The rain fell in steady sheets, glistening on the asphalt like scattered diamonds. A sleek black car moved silently through the night, its headlights slicing through the mist, as though searching for something hidden in the shadows. Inside, Daman Ward sat motionless in the back seat, his tailored suit immaculate, his posture rigid, his face a mask of calculated calm. To the world, he was untouchable, a man whose name commanded fear, whose presence in a boardroom could bend outcomes, whose wealth created invisible kingdoms. Yet even with all that power, he felt a rare pull at something human tonight, something he hadn't felt in years. It started with a figure beneath a dim street lamp. A young woman huddled over a small child, her coat wrapped tightly around them both, shielding them from the drizzle that soaked everything else. She didn't beg, she didn't plead. She simply held her child as if her own heart beat in rhythm with his. Daman leaned forward. "Stop the car," he said, voice sharp and precise. The driver hesitated, then obeyed. Daman stepped out, the chill biting through his suit, but he barely noticed. His eyes were locked on her, drawn by the sheer determination etched in her every shivering movement. "You'll freeze out here," he said, low but steady, a presence that demanded attention. The woman's head jerked up, wide, wary eyes meeting his. Her grip on her child tightened instinctively. "I'm fine," she whispered, though her voice trembled with exhaustion. Daman studied her, rain dripping from his dark hair, and shook his head slowly. "No, you're not." Silence fell, broken only by the soft hiss of rain. Her shoulders hunched, her hands fumbling with the thin blanket around her child. An effort so small, it almost seemed futile. Yet there was a resilience in her that refused to yield. And it stirred something unfamiliar in him, a softening in a heart long hardened by ambition. "Come with me," he said finally. The words weren't a request. They carried the weight of inevitability, of safety offered and meant. She blinked, confused, her pride flaring in defense. "What?" "No, I don't even know you," she stammered. Her voice tried to assert control, tried to maintain distance, but Daman didn't waver. "You don't need to know me. Tonight, what you need is warmth. A safe place for your child to sleep. I can give you that." He glanced at the baby briefly, then back at her, calm and unyielding. Her mind raced, trying to weigh pride against survival, independence against the stark reality of her exhaustion. She had fought alone for so long, survived on sheer force of will. Tonight her body trembled under the weight of everything she had endured. Her coat was soaked, her knees weak, her child whining softly, as if echoing the depths of her fatigue. She whispered assurances she didn't believe. "It's okay. We'll be fine," but the lie rang hollow. Daman's voice, soft now, penetrated the armor she had built around herself. "You've carried enough. Let someone else bear the weight for a night." The words cracked her resolve. She looked down at her son, tiny and fragile against her chest, and for him, she could relinquish control. Her protest faded, replaced by a tentative nod. Daman extended his coat over them, a protective shield from the chill, and led them silently to the car. The mansion loomed ahead, its gates rising like dark sentinels against the night sky. The sight of it might have intimidated someone else, but tonight it promised sanctuary. Inside, the house was vast, polished and elegant, yet not cold. A fire danced in the hearth, spilling warmth across the marble floors, and the staff moved quickly but discreetly, preparing towels, milk, and a bed. Clara stood awkwardly, the dripping coat clinging to her, feeling out of place in this palace of abundance. But Daman approached, not with authority, but with care. He adjusted the blanket around her child, tucking it snugly, a simple act of consideration that seemed almost revolutionary. Her breath caught. It was so small, yet carried more weight than any gesture of wealth or power she had ever seen. "You'll rest here tonight," he said, voice calm, final, yet gentle. She searched his face for hidden motives, pity, mockery, demand, but found none. Only resolve. That night, she laid her child in the crib, fresh sheets surrounding him, and watched him sleep for the first time in days, without fear, without hunger, without cold biting at his tiny body. She whispered a prayer of thanks, her exhaustion melting into relief, a rare feeling she hadn't allowed herself in months. Meanwhile, Daman retreated to his study. He poured a drink he never touched and stared into the fire. the flickering flames illuminating the sharp lines of his face. He thought of the years he had spent chasing dominance, money, success, yet none of it had moved him as much as the sight of this mother and child. Huddled against the rain, defying despair through sheer love, he told himself it was temporary, a one-night act. But deep inside, he felt a shift, subtle yet profound, reshaping the way he understood power, responsibility, and human connection. The mansion settled into quiet. The rain outside continued, soft against the windows, but inside, warmth and safety reigned. Clara slept in the guest room, her child at last at rest, breathing evenly. Daman watched over them silently, realizing that true strength sometimes lay not in conquest or wealth, but in compassion, presence, and the courage to protect someone fragile. Morning broke, soft and golden, filtering through rain-specked windows. Clara stirred. Her child nestled against her chest, both warmed and fed, ready to face the day with a renewed sense of hope. Daman lingered in the shadows of the foyer, his thoughts heavy but clear. Some battles were not fought in boardrooms or financial empires. Some victories came quietly, in the act of offering safety, warmth, and care. And tonight, he had won in a way no deal or acquisition ever could. By the time the sun rose fully, the mansion had exhaled its long-held breath, the fire's glow fading and the storm outside giving way to light. 2 lives had been forever altered, bound by one rainy night and a single act of unexpected kindness. Clara had glimpsed hope where there had been none, and Daman had discovered a truth that had eluded him despite all his power. Sometimes, the greatest strength lies in opening your heart and sharing your shelter, even if just for one night. And as the first light of day touched the polished floors, a quiet understanding lingered in the air. Unspoken but undeniable kindness, in its purest form, is the most radical power of all.